Okay, guys, I was joking a couple videos ago when I said I was going to do the Cinematic Universe video thing. I thought everyone knew that was going to be a joke, but no, I legitimately have people ask me, yo, Stripe, when are you getting the Smash Cinematic Universe video series thingy? So I was like, screw it, I aim to please. I gave 4 video ideas in that video. One was, who would the Smashcast vote for the election? And I am not doing that because I am not someone to talk about politics, I'm sorry. Another one was the Subway video, what people would order for Subway. I wrote that, it was really boring, so I'm not going to make that one. And then that leads us to this one. The canon heights of Smash characters. This is also the canon weights of Smash characters, but I couldn't find a lot of the actual canon heights and weights for them. Or I couldn't even find a lot of calculations for them. Maybe if someone smarter than me can, help me up with that. So that, like, MathPat, Loxton, I know you guys are obviously watching this video. Have your people call my people. I'll even let you guys do like a cringy thumbnail for it. So any other rules? Well, you guys probably know how this video works right now. This is the 3rd one of these I'm doing. It's, I go over every character, I say how tall they are, I make some cringy jokes about how much I hate myself. No one watches the entire video. Thanks YouTube algorithms. I didn't think I could hate myself more, but you guys found a way. Yeah. Also, some characters have their heights vary a lot in between games, but I'm going to pick either the most consistent one or the one that appears in Smash Bros. Oh, and I'll also make an update video once we get the full roster. For now, Steve is the most recent character, and also Minecraft Steve in Smash Bros. I can't believe it. What a society we live in. Oh, and I'm Filthy American. They're different measurements. I'll put the CM conversions on screen. I don't know why I've made so many videos about the heights of fictional characters. I have a problem. I know I'm going to the therapist. This will be the last height video, maybe, I don't know, on to the actual video. Let's start with all the characters who have had their heights canonically stated in games. Just very cut and dry, easy. The Pokemon characters are the easiest, thanks to them having their heights and weights listed in Pokedex. From smallest to largest, it's Pikachu at exactly 1 foot, Pikachu at 1'4", Jigglypuff and Squirtle are both 1'8", Ivysaur is 3'3", Lucario is 3'11", Greninja is exactly a foot taller at 4'11", Charizard used to be surprising, but now he's commonly known to be 5'7". Incineroar is 5'11", and surprisingly Mewtwo is the tallest at 6'11". I won't dwell on these too much. There's like a billion videos about the heights of Pokemon, how surprising they are. Like even Charizard and Lucario appear in a lot of the videos. There's other Pokemon on here. So let's just, it is worth noting that these are all wild animals. So it's likely that there are bigger or smaller Pokemon of these species, but these are just the averages. Oh, and while Red doesn't have a canon height, I found this that estimates him to be around 4'11". Kirby is 8 inches canonically, but some super attractive and really cool person made a video of him. He's actually 3 feet tall, and that person is probably right because they're so cool and awesome. And, but as wonderful as this Mr. Stranger Person's video guy man dude thing is, I am going by canon only. So Meta Knight and Kirby are both 8 inches tall, with Deity being a little bit taller at around 1'8". Insert a plea for Banana being Smash here. Also in the video I mentioned that Samus is 6'3". That also applies to Dark Samus. Yeah. Frick. While he's shorter in his NES game, Lil Mac is shown to be as 5'7" in the reboot, which is actually not that short. He's 17 years old and he's already hitting the average for an adult male. In fact, Shulk, who's a year older, is shorter than him by a single inch. So Nintendo, you know I love you, but if you don't want me to sue you for false advertising, I need you to rename Little Mac to Average Size Mac. Or alternatively, you can also name Shulk Little Baby Man. I will accept that too. Sonic is a shockingly small 3'3" according to Sega. You don't really see that in his games, though in the movie, which is just a different canon, granted, but it does show his size quite well. Rob is the same size as his real toy, which is 9 inches, nice and easy, yabba dabba doo. When Kid Icarus Uprising was released, it came with a height chart, with Pit being around 5'3" and Palutena being around 5'9". Dark Pit isn't on the chart for some reason, but he's a copy of Pit, so obviously it's the same size. Cloud is stated to be 5'8". That's cool. I guess I tried to think of a joke here and I couldn't. I'm sorry guys, cut me some slack. Cut, because he's a giant sword, get it? While I couldn't find heights for Ness and Lucas, I could find height for Ninten, who's exactly 5 feet, so Lucas and Ness should be around that size. The ARMS website lists all the characters' heights, with Min being 5'5". You probably realize most of these are just outside sources, not in-game. That's just kind of how this works, I guess. I don't know. Now, who do you think is the shortest Smash character? There's so many characters on this roster. Who could it possibly be? Almar. It's Almar. You all know it's Almar. In-game, he's so small that he needs 2 hands of a bottle cap. To be more specific, he's only 2 inches. He's Mega Man is officially stated to be 4'4". Mega Man, more like Mega Childhood, right? And then there's the Duck Hunt dog. Oh, good to know. It is now time to do the Mario. Swing your arm. Mario has an official statue standing at the height of 5'1", and we'll use him and this image to determine the height of the rest of his gang. Luigi and Yoshi are both 5'9". That's not too weird, but then we immediately go into crazy territory. Donkey Kong is 5'11", though this is only when he's on all fours. On his feet, he's about 7 foot or whatever. But you know who else is 5'11"? My mom, Daisy. Daisy is the same size as Donkey Kong. It gets even crazier. I thought Daisy was just a Peach clone, but she's actually shorter. Peach stands at a whopping 6'1", which isn't too ridiculous in the real world. But I never thought of her being this big. She's bigger than freaking Donkey Kong. To round out the princess, we got the best girl herself, Rosalina, who absolutely towers over everyone. She wasn't included in this chart, but according to some fan calculations, it tells us that Rosalina is 7 foot and 7 inches of pure perfection. Okay, sipping time's over. It's Bowser time! As you could probably guess from his appearances in-game and on the chart, Bowser is what we in the business call absolutely massive. He stands at a really heckin' tall size of 8'7". He may be a really heckin' large turtle, dragon, lizard, dinosaur, dragon, monster thingy, but he's not the biggest character in the Marioverse that's playable. King K mother fricking rule. Along with most of the characters in Smash, really, he changes a lot in size. He's ginormous in the first game, but he's much smaller in the rest of the series. Even then, he's usually double the height of Donkey Kong, making him I have ran out of words for large, height of 11'10". More than 3 feet taller than Bowser. Hail to the true king, motherfrickers. Cloud Planet is weird. Out of all the characters in this game, he's probably the one that changes the size most. But again, going back to the chart, he's 5'6" like Shulk is. Bowser Jr. is 4'4" without his clown car. Couldn't find measurements for the clown car. Then there's Wario, and he broke my brain. For the longest time, I thought he was shorter than Mario. That's a whole joke, right? Mario is kind of short and kind of chubby, so Wario is ridiculously tiny and obese. So while Luigi works, Luigi is sort of tall and skinny, so Waluigi is a toothpick and towers over the rest of the cast. But this chart shows him as bigger, and this might be some major Mandela effect. I swear he's shorter than Mario in most of the games, but going back to them, he's always shown as taller. Mario Tennis 64, Mario Tennis Aces, Mario Sluggers, every single kart game, every single party game. I know he's ginormous in Mario Land 2, but I figure that's just because that was his first appearance and they didn't really have him nailed down. But no, him being taller than Mario is pretty consistent. Specifically, he's 5'7". I need to sit down and reconsider my life. Not before telling you that Banjo is 5'4", or is it 4'4"? I think he's 4'4" compared to Diddy Kong. Yeah, I need to double and reconsider my life. And we're back. Let's briefly mention Nintendo's biggest franchise, Fire Emblem. Violet's male is stated in the game to be 5'9", with Violet's female being 5'5". Roy was stated to be 5'3" in an official interview. And as for the rest of the Fire Emblem cast, well, I'll get to them later. Moving on to one of Nintendo's lesser franchises, we have the Zelda series. Zelda's got a lot of timeline shenanigans, all the different links and Zeldas or Ganons or different heights and different people and different dreams and aspirations. I don't know what the frick is going on in Zelda, but I can try to piece together somehow. Ocarina of Time Ganondorf is canonically 7'7", like Rosalina is, and as weird as it may seem, Ocarina Ganon is the same as Wind Waker Ganon. So comparing him to Toon Link gives us Toon Link's height of 3'3". Comparing Ganon to Ocarina Link gives us 5'3", which is not only the same size as Breath of the Wild Link, but more importantly, you can use it to calculate Young Link's height of 3'10". You can also use it to find Sheik's height, which comes out to 4'11". Finally, Zelda uses her design from A Link to the Past. Comparing her to Mario using this official chart, we get her to be the size of 6'11". Jesus Christ, why are all these characters so freaking tall? As they are a species, the Inkling's height vary in between individual members of the species. For example, I'm 6'2", but comparing them to Pearl, who's canonically 4'9", brings them to around 5 feet. The Luminary from Dragon Quest is stated to be 5'11". The other heroes aren't on the tier list I'm using, but they are also 5'7". While I wasn't able to find the ages for Ryu and Kim when I did that video, I was able to find the heights. Both are stated to be 5'9". Joker's also 5'9", making him the final of the 7 characters to be this height. This seems to be the most common height I could find, spanning 7 characters and 5 franchises. I don't know why game creators just directly go to this when they need to figure out how tall a character is, but I don't know, that's a fact. So then Jaxlin, Fox is 5'8", which, yeah, but I can see that. But then you apply it to the other two and it gets weird. I always thought Fox and Wolf were the same size, but no. Wolf is slightly taller at 6 foot exactly, and Falco's actually towering over them all at 6'2". Okay, maybe not towering, but it's definitely bigger than I expected. Nick is 5'10". It's getting kind of stale if I just name off the ages in it. Let's do something fun. So, various climbers. How tall are they? Well, the game never tells us for some reason, but that's fine. I can calculate it very easily. One of the enemies in Ice Climber is a polar bear standing upright. The average polar bear on its hind legs is around 10 feet. In this image, we see the polar bear equal 4 of these blocks, meaning that these blocks are individually 2.5 feet tall. Comparing them to the ice climbers, they equal 2.5 blocks, making an individual ice climber a whopping 7 feet and 5 inches. To put that in perspective, Andre the Giant, a wrestler known for his massive size, he is only a pitiful 7'4".
What's up, regular size man?
Look at this King Luther. I bet he carries a step ladder everywhere he goes. Unlike our Chad Godzilla ice climbers, who need that whip stuff with the cookie the monster's hiding on the top shelf. Bow down, mortals. Also, Terry is 6 feet tall. Whee! Mr. Game Watch is... how do I measure a character that's completely flat? That's kind of impossible. I know I talk about how characters can change size in between games, but Game Watch is the epitome of that, as he's basically shown to be formless. And heck, this is the canon heights of Smash characters, and your boy Game Watch doesn't even have canon. He's an amalgam of different characters in the Game Watch series. For me to properly measure him, I'd also have to measure everyone he turns into, which would take forever. And again, he's two-dimensional. I don't know how to measure that. Sorry. I do know how to measure Bayonetta though. In her game, Bayonetta watches after a child named Cereza, who's stated by Bayonetta creator Hideki Kamiya, I hope I pronounced that right, to be 4 years old. The average 4-year-old is around 40 inches tall, or 3 foot 3 inches, and comparing her to Bayonetta would show us that Bayonetta is actually an Amazonian woman. At a dictionary.com is no longer helpful for me. I ran out of synonyms for big, height of 8 foot 2 inches. This seems ridiculous, but not only is Bayonetta not actually a human, she's a witch, but if she was a human and she existed in the real world, she'd actually only be tied as the 5th tallest person to have ever lived. So, while definitely impressive, not out of the ordinary, it's not out of the question for her to be this freakishly tall. Simon Belmont is stated in Castlevania Judgment to be 6'1". The director should be the same height, and I don't know, it just strikes me as weird. Does this seem weird for anyone else? Part of me feels like they should be taller. The other part of me feels like this is reasonable. I don't know, man. This probably wasn't analyzed, but like usual, I'm humanity's bane, and I'm doing this. Oh, and speaking of 6'1", Minecraft Steve is that height as well. And while they all are on this tier list, Zombie and Alex are the same height as Steve, and Enderman, if he was included on this tier list, would be the third tallest at 9 feet. Wii Fit Trainer, she's just a normal fit human. So I'll go a bit of a stretch here and just give her the average height of a woman of her age, which is 5'4". Since we're around more rocky territory, there's these two, which come from untrustworthy sources. Pac-Man is also 5'4", maybe. I got this number from the only place in the world that mentions Pac-Man's height, Character Profile Wiki. It's a fan wiki, and I can't really trust it 100%. It's got no sources. Okay, just want to very briefly come in here. It's your boy Future Stripe. I want to very briefly come in here and say that I actually did find what Pac-Man's height comes from. It's this image right here from Pac-Man Party. Yeah, it says his height. This is an official image. So yeah, that's where Pac-Man's height comes from. I didn't know why I couldn't find this when I was researching this video, but yeah, this is where Pac-Man's height is. I was right with me saying he's 5'4". That's all I really need to say. Back to the regularly scheduled program. I got Captain Felton's height from this wiki as well. They claim he's 6'8", which is ridiculously tall, and more importantly, I don't have any sources linked to it. I'll just go with it. I don't really have a chance of getting another F-Zero game. So if Falcon's height will remain a mystery, I'll take what I got. This finally brings up the characters I can't find height to, whether it be officially or fan calculations. Surprisingly less than I expected. I was able to find a height for everyone except 11. 12 if you don't count much. The first 3 aren't surprising. It's the Mees. Their heights vary depending on how tall you make them, and since you can make billions of Mees with billions of heights. Pretty simple. Flucher and Isabel have no canon height either. I was going to use my foolproof plan of comparing them to the other size animals, but in Animal Crossing you have a bunch of different animals you can be villagers with, and they're all around your height. It may come as a surprise, but frogs are not the same size as elephants. Finally, there's every single Fire Emblem character besides Roy and Byleth. Like usual Fire Emblem when you run to everything. I was expecting to find the heights of these guys, it just seems like the thing they'd throw in there. But besides the previously mentioned 2, none of the characters have official heights, nor do any of the side characters, which we can use to scale. Roy and Byleth are useless to us here because Fire Emblem games aren't connected to each other, so we can't use, say, Roy's height to scale to Ike. And I've seen these charts, they're fan-made, they come from a Reddit thread asking for headcanon heights, they're not canon, shut up. So sadly, these 11 will stay unknown for now. Well, that leaves us one character. Who is the tallest character in Smash Bros? You probably noticed I forgot him already, or I didn't mention him yet. And obviously it has to go to Mr. Too Big himself, Ridley. Now Ridley, like many of the other characters, does have his size vary a lot, but takes it to another level, because it's not just height, but also the other Ridleys aren't even him. It's a clone, or a robot, or whatever. But Smash Ridley is specifically based off Super Metroid, whose scaling to Samus is a fleshy, yes that apparently is a synonym for big, height of 13 feet and 6 inches. That's huge. Put that in comparison, he's 1 foot and 8 inches taller than second place and 4 foot 11 inches taller than third. But actually, Ridley isn't too ridiculous. Laugh! But seriously, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, even the giraffe, have an average height of somewhere between 15 and 20 feet tall. Despite being this giant space monster, one that for years people claimed was too big, Ridley is actually dwarfed by real-world animals. What a loser. And like normal, here's a tier list. I said before, I'll update this video and my other Smash videos once all characters are released. There's only one more of these every character in Smash videos planned, besides, the update video, so get hyped for that. Please. And that's it. That's all we have to talk about. Fine, I'll talk about the deluxe costumes. Jesus Christ, okay. Very, very, very quickly though. Cuphead's height is, I couldn't find. It was never stated by the creators, and it's kind of hard to measure him considering different varying sizes of the characters in the game. Same with Bomberman has no canon height. Vault Boy does though. Vault Boy has a life-size statue like Mario does, which is 5'6". As for Sans, someone created his height to Frisk, who's a child, and Temmie, who is the size of a large dog. I found his height on the other Undertale characters. Sans' height is about 5 feet. So yeah, Sans 5 feet tall. Okay, that's it. That's really, truly the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and Wait a second. Stands 5 feet tall. Who's exactly 5 feet, so Ness should be around that size. Oh my god.